Yeah.
And we are ready. Perfect. Okay, it's recording. Okay. Welcome everybody. Welcome to this live, even though it's recorded. I like to say this all the time now. Today I have a special guest that coming from Budapest, from Hungary, and I will be have a conversation with Miss Monika Demet. Oh, I just asked Demet.
Yes, it's perfect.
Damage.
That's right.
Okay,
Hi,
correct. Yeah,
Mario.
apologies. It's not a great start, but that's the beauty of recording, I have to say. So on these Friday talks, I always like to share, always like to have a guest to invite and to share some their stories, some good values, some tips maybe that a person can take in life and feel better about it. So without any further talking from my side, Monica, would you like you to introduce, to share your story, and then if you have any questions, we can start. Floor
Okay.
is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hello, everyone. So my name is Monika Demecs, and as Mario has just said, I'm from Budapest, Hungary, and this is where I am right now. I About me. Well, my background is that I've always been in education. I was 9 years old when I knew that I wanted to become a teacher, and that's very important from the point of view that you really need to have a clear vision of where you're going, because then that's where you're going to end up. And that's what happened at the age of 9. I knew that I was going to be a teacher, and that was a straight line to university. And I actually became the teacher that inspired me. English as a second language or foreign language teacher, and I just loved how she taught us. So I kind of copied her, and yeah, I think I've become a pretty successful and well liked teacher because she was my role model, and I just knew that if I'm going to do what she did, then I was going to succeed. So yeah, I taught everywhere from elementary school to college. I trained teachers. I was a director of studies at a large language school in Budapest. And then it's so interesting. I just thought that, you know what, I really need to go to the United States because I've never taught English in an English speaking country. So why not? And I applied for a job. That was another point in my life when having a vision proved to be absolutely crucial, because I so knew what I wanted, and a really really strong why. I just wanted that job, and I didn't take a sidestep. I was looking. It's really hard to find a job in the United States, a legal job from Hungary. So I was looking in different institutions. I sent out a lot of applications, and then I found an organization that imported teachers to the United States. And as the first Hungarian person, I got a job there through this organization. And then yeah, my life has changed. And I know that Mario can you can totally relate to it, how it is when you go to another country and to start a life there. And my daughter came with me, but then later on she decided that she didn't want to live there, and she wanted to go to college back here in Hungary. So she came home, but I still stayed there. And it has been well, it was a very life changing experience, because that's where I got in touch with network marketing. I'm not saying that I never had been exposed to network marketing, because a lot of people were trying to, recruit me for Amway or Avon, or Oriflame. There are these companies out there, and I always said no because I was just really not interested. Those products were not talking to me. But then this company that found me, it found me at the right time. I was working on my health. I was working out. I wanted to get more energy, and I wanted to get healthier. And their products are actually just fantastic. They are top quality. They really work. So yeah, I just said yes to it. But I didn't know what I was saying yes to. I really did not know that I was saying yes to a new way of thinking and a new way of living, because with that came personal development, came a community of very supportive people. and that's actually how I just knew that this industry is something that can totally help people, and not just financially, in a whole like everywhere, I think, in every area of our life. um, Another important thing, right, that as I said, that my daughter wanted to stay in Hungary. So while I was in the United States, I was always missing her. I spent my summers in Hungary, and my on my winter breaks, but it was still just not good that we were away. So last July I decided, and also my mom is 86, so I wanted to make sure that I can take better care of her. So I moved back home, and I knew that I did not want to go back to school. Not because I don't like to teach, it's because in Hungary it's just not as inviting as I loved it in the United States. I totally love to be a teacher there. Here I really did not want to do that. Things have changed since I last taught in school in Budapest. So I was really, really lucky when the business where Mario and I are working together found me. I was not lucky enough to be contacted by somebody that, hey, look at it. I just found it on the internet. I looked at it, and then I thought that, oh my God, I really that's my life. That's what I want to do. And I looked for a person that I could connect with, and then that's how I found our common mentor, David, who I interviewed. We always laugh about that I actually interviewed him if he was good enough for me. I had no idea who he was. So anyway, he was good enough, and he found me good enough. So we started to work together, and yeah, this year and a couple of months, I mean, I've met so many nice people, and it's just the community. I didn't think that we could have a better community than my previous community, but I think that we do. And I love that we are a global team and we have people from all over the world. I'm all for diversity. I love meeting different cultures, learning from them, and just, every time you meet another person from another country, you get to see things through their eyes from a different perspective. And I think that's very important for us in our growth process, that we're not just like this, but we have a wide perspective. That's exactly it, Mario. So yeah, so this is how we got together with Mario, that we got on the same team, and I can't wait to meet, because I think we have a lot in common, and you can see how we are not looking like as if we had a lot in common. I'm 55 and he's a young kid, but still there's something in our core connects us, and that's exactly what I noticed in our community, that we are very, very different. We have, I don't know, a 17-year-old, and we have, I don't know, 80-year-olds on the team, and different countries, different continents, but we have something in us that totally speaks to each other. I mean, just right, Mario? How do you feel?
I was on mute to listen, yeah, but yes, that's totally true. There is something connecting all of us globally. I mean, we're 18 years old, just starting university, and then we have people in the Bermuda, 70 years old, retired. They're doing this business for their grandchildren, and I'm like, what the heck? I mean, you really think like life in a different way. You see life in a different way, different perspective. And disclaimer: Monika and I, we just saw since when I saw her first time, just on Zoom, like here. Mm-hmm. So you are the fifth person, I believe. I'm saying this because most people are like, how these guys, they know each other? I'm like, we never met in person. Technically, we met in London, but I didn't,
we didn't
really know each other. I didn't really know her and her daughter. So it's something that I love to share, because most people are like, oh, maybe, but you just mentioned as well. We didn't really technically meet, but like this connection, there is something connecting people that is not just It's not just money or competition or other stuff. Is more. Is growing. Is a personal growth and having fun together on the calls as well. So it's a lot of things. It's a journey, right?
It is, and you're right. So yeah, those calls that we have, and that's another thing that I'm really grateful for, especially in this current situation when people are social distancing, when they are not going anywhere, when some people lost their jobs, so they are home all the time. That we have this community, and we meet once or twice a week, and I can see it on everybody's face that they are happy. I know I am super
Yes.
happy. I love it that we empower each other, we learn together, we tease each other. I mean, you know, you're the center of the group.
Yes.
Anyway,
Is
which is
I'll tell you the secret. Is the prep.
well, and
That's
again,
what gets us exciting.
that's
But yeah, I mean, it's our technology. Yeah. But thank you for sharing your story. I mean, really, you since when you were a little girl, you already knew your vision where you wanted to be. And for me, is let's say around 12, 15, I got an alarm in my mind when I was before to go there. Yeah, I'm Italian, 26 years old. I've been living in London since 2014. It's been a challenge, but it's been a lot of growth for me being in London. And my background is in hospitality, so I always work in hotels, restaurants, and hotels. So that's my work background for people that maybe they're watching for the first time. But I was mentioning I was going there to the point where I got something in my mind that my vision, let's say, I was between 12 and 15, 16. I was hearing people saying this: go to work, go to school, go to uni, find a good job, and then stay there for 40, 50 years. And I'm like, what? No, that's not me. I mean, I don't want to have just 1 month of holiday. I mean, I don't want to be this fixed hours, fixed income. I want to have more options in my life. I don't want to. My dad was working, when I was born, my dad was working as a night shift in hotels, in a hotel for 15 years. And so I get the feeling of, it was there for me, obviously, but I don't want to live a life in hospitality when I'm going to have my family. So I want to have more flexibility, more time, more money as well. That's why I was going to work, yes, because I need a salary. I was learning the skills. I was learning to talk to people, to learn to deal with people. Let's say to have a conversation, but I never really got something that I really never really got a project, an avenue or something that actually would say, okay, this can give you time and money. What are you looking for? I liked it. I still like the crypto money, but it's something that didn't really get me 100%. But that's what I met our mentor, Mr. David Hunt, and I was glad that I met him. I mean, I'm actually blessed enough that I met him, because then in March last year, that happened. I mean, I started the business then back then, and as you mentioned, Monika is not, again, is we are a community, is as a personal growth. I mean, we're reading books together. I mean, we have accountability partners together, and we're having fun. So it's not just making the money and then competition again, and I don't know who is best, who's worse. No, we are working all together. As I said at the beginning, I mean, we have people from all age, all over the world. Maybe someone from the moon as well. I don't know, but but I mean, the environment is great, and I was looking as well for a positive environment. That's why, because at work is okay, but you can't really grow much unless you get really the relationship with the manager or your supervisor. So I was like, yeah, they were okay, they were having fun, but I don't want to say negative about anyone, but something was missing, and when it's missing something, doesn't go that well for me. So that's why I said, okay, I'll do this as well, but hospitality, I think I'll take a break for now. So that's shortly my story that I changed because usually I just want people really to get what it is that we are doing and what we are part of as well. So I didn't change much. I mean, that's my life. Yes, work in hospitality, used to. But after sharing our stories, so Monika, I don't know if you have any question that you want to start. I'll go with ladies first. I like to ask, let's say, 2 questions each, maybe, and then we can wrap up because I know you have a tight schedule. So
we do have a schedule, right? And that's the beauty of it, that we set our own schedule. So I totally
yes.
relate to you in in wanting to be free, so that we get here because we are creating time, location, and financial freedom. And I know that we talked about how the community and the personal development is very important. I do know, because you are so generously sharing all the good ideas that you're getting from books, with the group, and I love to do that as well. I love to read and I love to listen to personal development. I do that daily, and I've been doing that for the past 5 years, and I know that we have to reread certain books. So what is one book that you read and you thought that that's worth rereading, and why?
Okay, I have a funny story about this book, but first let me plug the power. Otherwise, okay, I think it's here. Yes, it's charging. Okay, so I have a funny story about this book because I was telling people to, if you really, I mean, decide what you want to do in life as you started with your vision. Decide what you want to do, make a plan, write it down, look it from time to time. And that is what in Think and Grow Rich. So I was sharing this to people. That's the title of the book, Think and Grow Rich. I was saying to people, to others, to do. I mean, get a plan, something. I mean, don't just live your day. But then I wasn't doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know, we're guilty.
That's a funny story. So when David recommended this book, I was like, study this book. Don't just read it. I was like, okay. So I read it. I didn't get it the first time. I think I got to the chapter 5 or 6, and then I left it for a few months. Mm-hmm. Then I was thinking rich. I was like, what the heck is this book? I need to study it. I need to read it. Now I read it 4 times.
Oh, nice.
In less than a year. So that's where you get actually something where your affirmations, where you keep saying something to you, eventually get there. Obviously with a plan, with the time and all the action that you need to do it. So that's the thing. That's the book that I will put it in my grave. I think that book, I think, will be just with me on my side, because honestly is really what can make a difference for many people. The other one is Rich Dad Poor Dad, briefly, just to give an idea on how the money works, not how it's been taught in, not disrespect, not how it's been taught in school or from our parents, because I know you're a mom, but to actually see what this famous, I mean, let's say rich people, famous people, what they actually do, how they can structure the budget, the money. I was like, okay. And it's not just one book; it's a series of Rich Dad Poor Dad. So get those 2. That's the one I would recommend, and they're available in so many languages. I think in Hungarian as well they're available. So don't just read it, study it. I mean, honestly, that's my best advice I can give. Mm-hmm. And how about you? You've been in personal development 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Yes.
Okay, you're in trouble. You need to share more books then.
Yeah.
No more books about it, please.
Yes. So yeah, so while in the United States, right? When I got into network marketing, then everybody was saying that, yeah, you really need to work on yourself because that's the only way you can get to where you want to go. And I've always loved to learn. I love to learn languages. I whatever I'm interested in different things. So I do courses all the time. But for a long time, I didn't think that personal development was something that I needed. And that's always a giveaway when somebody says that I don't really think I need it, that, oh, yeah, yeah, you really, really do. The first person, though, and actually that was preceding my network marketing life, but I didn't really connect the two. Wayne Dyer was the first person that I actually read and listened to, because I think that at that time I needed a mindset adjustment. And I think it's very important. So Wayne Dyer is someone that I definitely recommend to everybody, because he puts your thinking into a different kind of level. He and Eckhart Tolle, because they are all about emphasizing your responsibility. And once you understand that you owe, and the Ho'oponopono method by Joe Vitale. So there are a couple of people who just place a lot of emphasis on your personal responsibility, saying that you are responsible for everything that comes into your life. And with that, you realize that, yes, I'm responsible for everything, so I need to be more intentional, and I am responsible for my own growth as well. So yeah, I totally agree with the Think and Grow Rich book. I really need to do what you did. I need to read it again and again and again, and do everything. And not just redo everything, because I've done many of the tasks. You have your affirmations, but I think that you constantly need to change your affirmations so that they are valid for your current state. So sure, you will have your vision, but even your vision can change as you are changing. Because I think with this whole growth process, your whole outlook on life is constantly evolving. So whatever I thought 2 years ago that's what I want, and I do have vision descriptions and even vision boards from earlier times. I know that is not what I want now. So what I want for myself. So it is constantly changing. So we need to redo that as well. But that book is great. I agree with the Rich Dad Poor Dad. I had no idea. I actually read that 3 years ago. And that was very eye-opening. I'm like, oh, okay. And you know what, my dad was an entrepreneur. He had, well, he was a self-employed car repair guy. So I can't say that my family didn't have any entrepreneurial examples for me, but I was just dead set on becoming a teacher. So I didn't even think that there could be anything else for me. But anyway, books. There are so many of them, and then podcasts, and then just YouTube motivational videos. So what I do is, when I was commuting to school and back home, I always listened to something, either a book or a podcast, or something that would fill my head with positivity and that can expand my mind, and also give me some skills. I really liked, there are a couple of books. Grant Cardrone's 10x rule. I think that this is a must for everyone, because sometimes we think that we do enough, and then we yeah, then we listen to somebody talking about how obsessively they are pursuing their goals. And I think that's very important, that if we are not obsessed, then we are not doing it right. We need to be able to wake up with it and go to bed with it, and then then we are living that business or that idea, or that cause, whatever it is that we're talking about. So that is a book. Yes, that guy is arrogant. That's fine, but that's how he's getting his results. Great. I like to listen to him. And then there's another book, The High Performance Habits by Brandon Burchard. I think that he's the writer. High Performance Habits. It's amazing, because that actually helps you create a good workday. It teaches you time management, how to focus on habits that will take you to your goals, and he even has a really good. I have it somewhere, but I mean. Anyway, he has a planner for high performance people. It's really, really great. That just gives you a good guidance so that you can stay focused on what's important. But yeah, there are lots and lots of books, and for women, because a lot of women are just they a lot of people, but I
Yeah,
think
sorry,
for
Monica.
women.
Sorry for interrupt. Yeah. Would you suggest any book from a female author
Mhm,
talking about the, I mean, the ladies' world, I mean, in business as well and in life?
mhm.
There's some title for available?
Yeah. Yes, because there are a lot. Like Jen Sincero's "You Are a Badass." I think that is a must. Yes, that's a must. I think guys are good. It's good for guys too, but for girls or women, I definitely. It just dismantles limiting beliefs and helps you instill the good ones that will move you forward. And she has another book, "You Are a Badass in Finance." Or financially, or something to that effect. That's that I don't remember the exact title. And then there's another book, "Girl Wash Your Face," and then "Girl Stop Apologizing." "Girl Wash Your Face" is really good for mompreneurs. And I wanted to tell Rachel Hollis. Yeah, she's the writer, Rachel Hollis. And and well, my all-time favorite, and I won't know the why don't I remember? I'm trying to find it. Wait a second. It should be here. Oh yeah, I have a lot actually. Danny Johnson, "First
Okay.
Steps to Wealth."
Okay.
Really, really good. And the other one is "Get Out of Your Damn Way." Or wait. Get Over Your Damn Self. That's it.
Okay. I
That
like this.
is
The titles are really
fantastic.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and it is true, because many times it's us that's stopping ourselves from moving forward. So yeah, get over your damn self. Fantastic book. And
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay.
yes, there are so many. And then of course, the for procrastination, there's the 5-second rule. Amazing book. I would definitely recommend listening to it. So get it on Audible, the 5-second rule. And yeah, I guess there are a lot of others.
Yeah.
But
We
these
need to
these are
write
these
them
are
in the comments after. Yeah. We'll
okay.
watch the replay in the comments. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, if we can help someone again, if we can get some values to on Facebook here, I mean on social media. So that's the reason of this live recorded.
Right.
But yeah, that's good. Yeah, really. Wow, there are a lot of titles. Yeah? Okay, okay. Yeah, I have two here, but there are for a profession. I mean,
Oh yes.
but I mean, this is more for a profession. So I don't know if any fellow networker is watching, but yeah, there are so many books, but we're not here just to share about network. So talking about mainly life. Um, that was a good question about books, and now I'd like to ask something. In terms of actual life, when was one of your, let's say, which one was one of your hardest decision to make
Mm-hmm.
in life, if you want to share. Otherwise, that's fine if you don't want. It's
No,
just again for the same reason.
yeah, that's okay. You know, it's so this is, I think this is me and my upbringing and my the attitude that my mom and dad have always had, that and it might sound weird because maybe then I never had a really hard decision to make, and I'm sure that I had, I just don't realize it. Maybe for some people it was harder, it looks harder. Okay, um I probably had, but the way we are dealing with things is that we just tackle them, and we are not sitting and, oh my God, it is just so hard. It is really hard. No, I just have to do it. So I think what is hard, okay, granted, I know that somebody, I don't know, loses everything, or somebody has a, I don't know, a disease, that those are really hard things. I think my hardest decision was when I decided that I wanted to go to the United States to work, because that meant that my parents who are going to stay back home, and they were fine, they were young, and I mean, relatively they were all right. It's not that I left someone at home who couldn't take care of themselves, but that was still a decision. It was a hard decision, but I had this pull, so it didn't feel that hard. But in retrospect, yeah, that was a tougher decision. And then when I decided to move back to Hungary, that was again a decision that, oh, okay, so I'm going to leave that life and I'm going to come over here. But again, I had a pull. So to me, I think, and again, I'm not saying that I know everything, and I haven't been in a really, or let me knock on wood. Some people are struggling with a lot of things, but if and I know that many people who are struggling with a lot of things use this method. If you have something to look forward to, or if you have a goal that actually pulls you through that situation, that's what's helping people. My dad, okay, so my dad had a tough situation because my dad was sent to an orphanage because their family was not well, they said that they can't provide for him, so they sent him away. Now I think that is something that is huge, and my dad pulled through. He just learned how to fight for himself, and how to live with this little bit, and he just found strength in that. And I think that that's what I do. I just find strength in my mom and my dad, for because they were such great examples that they just never gave up, and they created a really beautiful life for us from nothing, because they were not wealthy at all, but they just plugged along. But yeah, I know that I'm not answering it about my life, and I'm trying to find something that is just really
No, I mean,
really
you
really
actually replied, because going to the US, Jesus, I mean, is a big decision. So
okay. Yeah, so this, but you see, that's what I mean. That for an outsider, it might seems like it's a huge thing, and actually, oh, I'm sorry, it is a big thing. I understand, but to me, because I was so excited that I just didn't feel that it was that big. I was just super excited, and it was just everything was new, and I'm sure, yeah, there were I mean, there were problems. Everybody has some health problems, and you just I think what I do, I just look in the future, and I also have this thing that I'm not religious, but I do believe that there is some kind of intelligence out there, and you can call it God or Allah or Jehovah or whatever, or the universe. I think that there is a governing energy
mhm.
that I can just maybe every now and then I can just say that I trust that everything is like this for a reason. So when I'm really anxious, or when I like want to reach a goal, but I'm not getting there, I just always just tell myself, hey, just take a step back. Everything is happening at the right time, and everything is happening the way it should be happening. Maybe I don't know why it's happening like this right this second,
Mhm.
but maybe 2 or 3 years later, I will exactly know why it had to happen that way.
Mm.
So that gives me like a way to kind of relax. But then again, I always say this disclaimer: I am not saying that that it is a cure for every single problem. It is not, because I do know that people are struggling with huge things, and it would not be a kind thing to say, oh, just know that it's for a reason, because there are sick kids, and sick kids, I don't know what the reason is behind that, but I'm not talking about things like that. But we have in our lives, we often have some obstacles, and we just think that, oh my God, why do we have to? No, that's there's no point doing that. We just need to let go and do what we have to do, and then trust that everything will work out, like you said about this COVID situation, that this is going to work out. So it will happen.
Yeah.
Whatever has to happen, right? So how
No,
about you?
yes.
I'm really curious about you. You probably have a better answer, because I can't answer things like this, obviously.
No, I mean, that's the beauty of being here as well and having this conversation. But for now, I mean, again, I'm 26. Until now, my, let's say, hardest decision was either 2 years ago to come back to London or moving to Argentina in South
Oh
America.
wow! Oh wow!
So I always been fascinated about South America, and I got a good friend from Buenos Aires. But I left London in 2018. I took a break because, as I mentioned at the beginning, I always was looking for something bigger, something more than just been working, in an office or
Mhm.
something. No disrespect. I don't want to sound mean, but
Yeah.
some people that just need to get more to be actually to feel better. That's me. That's one of these people. But so I was between coming back to London and finishing what I planned to do, because I had plans, even though I didn't read Think and Grow Rich at the beginning, but I had a plan, an idea of what I wanted to do, what I want to visit it, because I didn't visit much here in the UK as well.
Mhm.
So either come back here and finish what I wanted to do, or starting a new life where I don't know the country, I don't know the people. I mean, I know 60%
Right.
of Argentinian are from Italy, so the culture is much similar to mine.
Mhm.
So that would be an easy step. But as well, I was kind of not sure about Argentina because it's always. Anyway, I wasn't really sure 100%. That's why I came back with two friends that left anyway, and then they're in Italy now. But I actually said, okay, I need to find something here. I need to actually finish what I want to do here. That's again the law of attraction, something in the universe
Mhm.
that gives you that answer. When you
Mhm.
keep searching, eventually you'll find something.
Yeah.
So that's when I met our mentor, Mr. David Hunt, and then he shared this business, and then this whole industry. And as well, I'm following my fitness more, because before I wasn't really committed to the fitness, but now, oof, I
Yes.
need at least 3-4 days a week to do it, because it's something that, again, I wanted to do in the past. I didn't have the environment,
Mm-hmm.
the community. I didn't have the right mindset, the right timing. So that's why I came back here. That's for now one of the hardest decisions, and I hope I'm not gonna make that many hard decisions in my life. I want to live a quiet life. Let's say this way.
Exactly. Peace. Mm-hmm.
I know that we have tight timing. Are we okay to ask you something else?
Yes. Yes. We do have one more. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
About 5 minutes.
So
I can.
yeah, okay. So it's kind of, I mean, I would like to ask you two things, two in one. They are kind of disconnected, but same time related. So in our business, we help children as well to get nourishment when we share our technology. And as well, we like to travel because that's how we started. So I'd like to ask you, how do you feel to nourish a child whenever this technology is activated? How do you feel you personally? And what's your travel list, let's say, for the future?
Okay. Yes, I love this. So this is something that I love about our company, that we are doing good and getting good back, and in between we are actually giving good. So it's all about doing the right thing and helping everyone. We are being helped by us helping others. Yeah, I love it that a child gets nourished. I think that this is a wonderful idea, and I love it that we every time somebody gets this site and they are going to be happy, a child gets fed, and we can also donate, and then the company keeps giving to children all over the world. I am very big on helping kids who are disadvantaged. As an English as a second language teacher in the United States, I was teaching kids from all over the country, all over the world, and a lot of them were refugees. A lot of them were legal refugees and illegal immigrants, and they are just as good people as anybody else. And I just loved to help them. And it's interesting that you're saying travel, because that's my dream is to have funds so that I can help these kids, these illegal immigrants in the United States, travel, because they are the hardest working families that I've ever met. But they are not going to have the means to just travel around the world, and I think that's very important for a kid to broaden their horizons. So that's something that I would like to do. And in terms of my personal travels, I really need to go back to the US and do some traveling there and just visit friends. That's something that I'd like to do. And there are a lot of places in the world that I haven't been to, but there are a few that I just totally love. One of them is Iceland. I want to go back to Iceland. I love that place, love the people. Yeah, I love everything about it except the food. Well, their croissants are really, really good. I'm not a big meat eater, and they don't have a lot of veggies. But anyway, they have the really good yogurt, so that's good. But yeah, I want to go back there. I really want to go to Greece because I've never been. There are certain parts of Italy that a lot of parts of Italy that I haven't been to, but also those northern countries in Europe. I would definitely like to go there and explore. So yeah, I'm looking forward to travel, just being a little bit more. I don't know. It's safe.
Relax.
I know that it's safe because I keep talking to people. My friends are traveling all the time, and they are telling me how, oh yeah, those intercontinental flights from Europe to the US. One of them said that there were 10 people in the plane.
Wow, that's the
10.
best. That's the
Yes.
best.
So and the air is being circulated and clean. So that I don't think that is dangerous. Well, European flights are packed, and the US flights are packed. But that means that things are normalizing. So that is very promising. And of course, I would love to go to Cancun. We'll see about that.
Yeah, I know. We'll see about that. Yeah, we'll see.
Yes,
We need
and
to
you?
be there. Me, as nourish a child, it's something that you don't really pay attention to something in life when you have everything granted.
Yes.
So it's actually something that I was. So I had to ask David a few times. I mean, ask David, and as well when I saw the first time, I was like, okay, so let me understand. Every time that I share this technology for free, a child in the world get nourished, get nourished with a meal. Yes, and I'm like, wow. I mean, I actually gave it today to someone. It's activated, so I did my part today, and I mean the feeling is great because you don't know actually who can get this, who you can help in the future with this small action. It's like it comes back, right? So it's something again that I wasn't really getting at first, but then I'm like, okay. So, and actually I think I asked David once, or I need to ask him in the future. I actually want to be part of it. I want to go in one of the places where they help the people. So I want to be there possibly in the future. It's something amazing. I mean, there is not really a feeling, but it's just gratitude, maybe I would say. That's the best feeling. And in terms of travel, you're a northern place. I'm not. I'm more for warm
Me
places.
too.
Well, I need to come to Hungary, obviously.
Yes. Oh, yes,
To
please.
come to Hungary, yes. I need to try the real goulash.
The goulash, yes,
The
the
real
real
one.
goulash,
Real
not the
one, yeah.
goulash that people think they are eating elsewhere.
Because
No,
I tried one in Prague.
no.
No, it's not that. It's
Well,
not.
okay. Well, Prague, they might be. Was it like a soup consistency?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. Then they are doing it right, because in the US they are making a stew and they are calling it
In the
goulash.
US, they do everything
No,
wrong.
with all due respect, I love my US people, but goulash is not something that.
Yeah, and I mean the same for me, Italian food. You get the idea. But yeah, I mean, I need to come obviously to visit, and then I always say to everyone, before to die, I need to go to Cuba, the island of Cuba,
Yeah.
for the dancing, for the music, for the food, the nature, the land, everything. I mean, to see how the sugar, the tobacco is made, and then other places would be Fiji Island near New Zealand, I believe they are, because few people go there, so I want to be one of them.
Okay.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
And then I mean Bali and Bali and Thailand and Cancun, yeah. We will see. I mean, I'm sure we will have the chance to go to Cancun, but we'll see. I mean, Mexico in general, I want to go for the Maya and all the old history. So.
Yeah, Mexico is fantastic. I got to go to Mexico for a beautiful resort stay. It was amazing. The people, I love those people. You know, those are my family. I mean, it's just really my people. Just full of heart and kindness and gratitude and hard work and respect. I love those people. Yeah, so you will have fun, and oh yeah, all those beautiful locations. I really like beach and like sun, but there is something, and I didn't know that until I went to Iceland. There is something about those northern countries, and I've been to the Netherlands, and I really loved it. It was cold, but there is something about that crisp, clean air and water, and just the way they live. I don't know. It's yeah. I wanna just investigate a little more.
Yeah. Yeah, Iceland, I wanted to go there, but it's not my priority for now. So, but yeah, I want to visit. Yeah, I've been to the Netherlands as well. So yeah, it's good time. So I know we went a bit over your time, but again, I really appreciate it. I think Titanila told me how to say thank you, but I forgot in Hungarian.
I can teach you. Do you want to? Köszönöm. Köszönöm.
Köszönöm. Yes, that's what the one. Yeah, okay. She told me a few months ago, but I forgot it. So apology. So köszönöm.
That's okay.
For being here. Thank you for your time, for sharing some values, some good good values. I mean, positive ideas here on social media. And I don't know if you want to add anything else before we go.
Well, thank you so much. And I really appreciated that you're doing this series. I'm sure that a lot of people are being helped by the different perspectives. And hopefully, you know, we are just conveying some value about even the industry, which really needs to be looked at from a different point of view, so that people can see that this is something that is way beyond selling and building a team. It is a community and helping the world really be a better place for a lot of people.
Yes. And the clock just ran.
There we go. Yes. Thank you so much, Mario. Have a great
Okay.
day, and everybody,
Okay,
thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.
brilliant. Let me stop.